I competed in ADCC Trials, a tournament where there was over 250 people in my division, and my matches ended up being pretty exciting. My first match was against a fellow warm-up skipper. The match starts off at a fast pace. I try entering into a leg lock on him, but he falls down, and I lose control of his hip, so I come on top. But as I do this, he attempts to reverse it by trying to enter into a leg lock on me. I hip switch past his hook, start passing his legs. He tries off balancing me, but I see an opening for an underhook, so I start pressuring forward. As I'm trudging forward, he bridges me off and starts wrestling up. I go with his momentum and slide under him. I bring my foot across and grab a heel hook. I start bridging in and I hear the sound of his ankle tearing, but he still waits a few more seconds to tap. And that's the first time I've ever injured somebody like that in a Jitsu match. I really wish he tapped sooner. I'm not one of those guys that goes out there trying to injure my opponents, so I'm hoping he has a fast recovery. But next, I was against Fabian Ramirez, an experienced brown belt who is on the Who's Next reality TV show. This match ends up being a barn burner, but to start off the match, I decide to play tactically. For the first 3 minutes of the match, during the no points period, I feel him out using my butterfly guard. At one point, he almost gets past my top leg, but I'm able to use my elbow to bring my knee back inside. And I go back to butterfly guard. From here, I'm able to slow down the pace of the match and start looking for my own attacks. I'm not gonna lie, not a lot happened during the no points period of this match, so I'm going to skip through that. But once the 3-minute mark hits and points are active, I start picking up the pace. Grabbing his leg and wrestling up. Turns away, so I grab his other leg. I start making him step, and as he tries turning away, I push him down to the mat and start looking to take his back. I block out his knee and pull his butt down to the mat. I need full back control to score, so I grab a seatbelt and start trying to get my hooks in. But Fabian is really good at defending from here. I'm trying to get my hooks in, but he's blocking them. And he starts coming up to his feet, and he does a roll, grabbing my leg and turning into me, leaving me on bottom. Bruh. That was embarrassing, but I try to forget the fact that I fumbled that back take, because Fabian starts putting on some pressure. I'm able to stop him from getting a guard pass on me, and we end up going to overtime. In overtime, I can't pull guards, so I gotta wrestle. But Fabian was a good wrestler, so I knew this was gonna be tough. I pass his elbow by and go in for a shot, but Fabian's able to sprawl. I try pushing his elbow across again, but I end up bringing my head way too high, and Fabian gets in on a shot. I try putting my weight on him, but he shucks me forward. I hop and start trying to get my leg free. I try spinning out, but my foot gets caught. I try fighting the takedown, but Fabian ends up getting the 2 points. There's a long deliberation on where we should restart from, but all I'm thinking about right now is that as soon as the ref says go, I'm going to bring my knee to my chest so I can regain my guard. And that's what I do. I get an underhook and go back to playing that sit-up guard. I did a pretty tough weight cut for this tournament, but I rehydrated well, and I was feeling 100%. I had a lot on the gas tank, so despite being down by 2, I knew I could still win this match. And as Fabian tries to step in, I wrestle up to get back to my feet. I start faking and attempt a shot, but Fabian pushes me away. We tie up. Fabian clears my collar tie and gets a Russian tie. I try backing out, but Fabian shoots on me again. I was getting outclassed in the wrestling, but then I slip my foot out and shoot again. I grab both his legs and dump him onto the mat. He comes up to his feet, but I'm able to pull him down. I grab a seatbelt. If I get my hooks in here, I'll be up on points. But Fabian shakes me off.
You can't keep getting away with this!
There was only 1 minute left, and I was down by 2. So I decided to use everything I had left in the gas tank to win this match. I spin away and get back to my feet. I fake a collar tie. We tie up, he clears. I keep trudging forward, trying to get something to work. I elbow pass, fake a shot. I fake. At this point, I'm just throwing everything at the fan. But Fabian keeps framing me away. I need to find a way to get past his hands. Falling over myself in the process of trying to get something to work. We tie up. He gets an underhook, and I attempt to trip. I shoot again. He snaps my head, but I clear his elbow and shoot again. I run the pipe. He defends, and I grab an underhook. I cut back. 20 seconds left. I just have to get my hooks in. I bring my arm up to grab a seatbelt. And I start trying to get my hook inside, but Fabian blocks me. I try to come up, but Fabian pushes me back down. When I'm down like this, it's hard to get a hook in. I keep trying to get up, but Fabian doesn't let me. I'm not able to get my hooks inside. And Fabian wins the match. That was the end of my trials run, but Fabian ends up making it to the top 8. If you guys enjoyed the video, it'd really help me out if you subscribed. If you want to learn my full butterfly guard system, I made a whole instructional about it that you can get with the link in the description.